So effectively, you can create your own reality. And this is justified by the understanding of quantum physics. Essentially, everything around us, including ourselves, everything is energy. And if everything is energy, our conscious as energy as well has a capacity to manipulate reality. So essentially, we can, by using our mind, create the reality we want to live on. And if we go to a number of examples of things that we created on this world, such as all the types of technology we have today, we understand that in the beginning, those things, the cars, the phones, everything was initially created on the mind through thoughts. So, thoughts just created the idea on the mind. The idea of a car, for example, is just created, and you see a picture, and then in some way your mind starts to guide you to allow yourself to create that reality on this physical world. So the way you can create the life you want to live on is exactly the same. The reason why people are not creating and living on the reality as they intend to, it's because they're not aware of this capacity. Therefore, they're not really commanding their mind to create their life as they want. So, if you're not aware of this capacity, of this power that everyone has, and you have as well, essentially it's like it doesn't exist. But as you are aware of it, and let me tell you that this is not something like some gift that someone has. Everyone has the same capacity. And this is important to understand. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter how smart you are, and how aware you are of your own power. As long as you understand this basic principle that you can create everything as you want, that becomes your reality as long as you start this process. And the way you start is very simple. Again, I do coaching calls with people to actually go throughout the process that they're doing this, because in a lot of ways people may get stuck or may not exactly know how to keep going on their journey, especially on the beginning, because till you understand how everything functions in terms of how you create your life and your reality, in the beginning there's just a lot of questions that comes up to you, and you may not really understand how to exactly proceed. So again, I'm sending contact to my YouTube channel, in which you can see a bunch of different things, and I'm just explaining a lot of things and how you can do this process. But essentially, everything starts with you defining your goals. When you define the goals that you want to obtain in your life, you just have to define how you want things to become. And then, as you define those things in your mind automatically will start to work to just change reality outside of yourself to just match the reality that you have in your mind. because the truth is, the real world is inside of us, it's not outside. And quantum physics really explains this. There's a trial they made which was quite remarkable. They weren't expecting this result, but essentially, they were just understanding what was happening on the brain of someone, and they were presenting pictures to the person. And the objective they had was to see the reaction of the brain in terms of emotion states as the pictures were being presented. But what they actually saw was that the brain was literally creating the image that was going to be on the computer before the image appeared. So by accident, they actually acknowledged that the brain was creating the image that was supposed to come out before it came. So they understood that essentially the mind is the ultimate creation of the world around us. And again, these findings are quite recent, and most people are not aware of this because no one's being taught of these things. But essentially, these principles are pretty much the basic laws that are applied on the universe and on the world we live. And as we understand this, we can essentially create reality as we want. And we can have everything we want. We can become rich. We can go and travel the world. We can have tons of friends. We can be truly happy. Everything is possible. You only need to define what you want, and naturally your brain will tell you how you will proceed moving forward. So again, any questions you may have, you can send me on Instagram. I do coaching calls to just keep helping people on their own journey because people may get stuck sometimes. And again, I'm always there. And any questions you can send, I either will reply or just create more content to help